Alright, YouTube, welcome back. This, my friends, will be the first time I've actually recorded this as we are actually speaking here in my new apartment. So yeah, my wife and I, we moved with our young ones here to a new place, so that's why there was a little bit of a break in the action there. Definitely a severe break, a couple of days actually, where we just didn't have the time nor the space to be able to do it. So I wanted to give the opportunity to be able to put out a video here. Now, you guys might notice a little bit of a difference of recording style here, and if you guys don't like it, absolutely, please leave a comment down below. It definitely helps out a lot, really it does. I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best perspective and also the best quality, right? Now, as I am, of course, sitting here, I do actually, or at least I tried to make sure that I didn't move anybody's drivers to the wrong place over the course of the move. Do you know how difficult this is? So difficult. Anyone who's actually moved and then of course had to keep all the drivers in the same spot or change the game or anything like that knows exactly what I'm talking about. But enough without the rambling here, guys. Let's check it out. So we're actually at the Gulf Oil 500 here, folks, and we're on the actual right after the pit turn here. Let's go through a couple of laps here. I may not make it to the pit turn. I want to get a video out real quick for you guys. I didn't want to go too far because I also did not want you guys to kind of have a bad video and not be able to give me good feedback. So let's just get it through a couple, maybe about, let's go through 8 turns if we can, and then we'll see how it goes here. So let's go to mile 150 here, but first we have to get through mile 80. So let's roll our dice here for the first time here on this die here. Let's do it. Okay, so we had a 4 here, which here is going to be a middle group, and then 11. So 11 is going to be trouble. All right, so trouble, of course, means that we're going to have to go through the middle group here to see who escapes, and then, of course, who gets caught up in the trouble. Always good to note that, you know, this sometimes can get caught up just like when we first rolled our dice here. Now, trouble here, oh, I moved the camera there, I apologize. But trouble does not have any change here for the escape portion. So the escape portion is not actually affected here. So there's no change at the Gulf Coast Speedway. So let's check it out here as we roll our dice here. Okay, so first and foremost, we're going to roll the middle group here. So let's see, we're going to work from Marty Moen all the way down to Pete McAtee. So roll our dice here. So 7 here. 7, his escape is an 8, so he escapes that. No problem. Billy Brett is escape 8. He rolls a 10, so he does not escape, guys. So Billy Brett will actually get caught up there. Let's see if by chance he's able to get out of the dodge. No problem there. Now his, of course, pit crew. If you guys look real quick there, you guys can see that his pit crew is a B, and we're still within the first third of the trouble. So or the actual race here. So we're going to see 10 or less. He rolls a 7, so he has no problem there. So he does get through, but unfortunately he gets picked up there. So 1 or 2 guys is only 1 yellow flag, so there will be a yellow flag turn here. 3 there for Francisco Segovia, who has an escape of 7. Jimmy Velasco here, who has an escape of 9, rolls a 5, so no problem there. Okay, let's see here, 9, and it looks like Dick Exum only has an escape of 7, so there you go. So Dick is one of our second guys here who's going to get in trouble here. Let's check out the roll, what happens here. Okay, let's roll some dice here to see his repair is actually an E. If you guys check that out real quick there, you guys can see that's an E. So he has to roll a 6 because if you guys notice here at the repair here is a -1 right there. You guys notice that. So with that being said, we have to roll a -1 to his actual repair. And he rolls a 6, and he needed a 7, -1, that'd be 6. So he does get the repair, but he is also held back in there. So that's 2 away there, guys. And the yellow flag definitely is imminent, but we don't see how many laps is actually taken up here. So a 10 for Mike Dawson. That's his second time here, guys. He's gotten picked up in 2 races here. Let's see what happens if he gets past here. So that's a 10, and if you guys notice, he has a C there, guys. So, whoop, there you go. You guys can see that there. Whoop. There we go. So C, which is a 9, -1 is 8. He rolls higher. So Mike Dawson, folks, that is the second time in 2 races, guys, he has gotten caught up and actually will be taken out of the match there, or the race, I guess you could say. So that is never good there, guys. My goodness. Mike Dawson, I have to write that down real quick here, as he's the first one to get taken out of the match, or the race. Again, I can't say that one. There you go. There you have it. Did not finish. 2 races in a row. Mike Dawson, what is going on there, man? Okay, well, with him gone, that's going to leave us with 3. So now we're going to have a 2-lap roll here for the yellow die. So 7. Sonny Swain here, escape of 7. So he gets past there, no problem there. Cam Croyle with the performance chip 3. He has an escape of 9, no problem there. Kerry Cacciola 8, and his escape is a 7, so he will get picked up. Now he can, if I remember correctly here, I'm just going to check the roll real quick here. The performance dice, if I remember correctly, to avoid trouble, yeah. So he can avoid this trouble, and he will absolutely avoid that trouble and use that performance chip, and so he will do that. Chris Wine, 15 here, the Captain America car, rolls a 10, and his escape is a 10, so he passes by, no problem there. Lonnie Lane in the 45 car here rolls a 7, and his escape is a 9. And then Pete McAtee at the end here rolls a 7, and his escape is a 10. So no problem there for those guys. Now let's fill in the gap here. Now because we have a yellow flag turn here, we're just going to actually move the guys from the back placement. So we're going to see Craig Greco come up here into 17th place. We're going to see Jeff Daly Jr. making his comeback here into the middle group, and Greg Carl. So a lot of new faces here in the middle group here for this race, which is great. I like to see that. I really want to see new drivers get up there, like for instance a Greg Carl or even a Craig Greco. Those guys are kind of newer to the scram for our first 2 races at least. All right, so that turn is over there. Definitely wasn't the best one for a couple of drivers there, but luckily nothing happened too badly there. So there's that. We're going to see 2 yellow flag one. So we're going to actually start the 110th mile here with looks to be Tom Rossi there in the lead for another, what is it, 30 laps. So 30 laps. So he's been in the lead for 30 miles. So he's been in the lead for 40 miles here, guys. All right, let's see what we got here. So let's roll some dice. All right, so we see here 2, which is going to be the top group, and 4. So 4 is going to be TV, which is great because we have a couple guys here who are TV. So this would be fantastic for us. So we have Julie Justice will go first as he attempts to try to take on Tom Rossi, who is a very, very great defense driver here. So let's roll those dice here. So red, white, and blue. So 5. We're looking at the TV driver here. Oh boy. Let's see here. Does he pass? 5. He does not pass. So he does not pass the gas pedal check there with a 4. So does not get that. So let's go to Mooch Thomas here, who is also a TV driver here. All right, 6. That's an automatic fail there for the gas pedal check. So Jordy Pettis, the Black Widow driver here. 3. So he does pass there with the gas pedal. 2 does not matter at this point. And then 3. Tom Rossi will absolutely make no problem defending because he has 2 brake bonus for being the top guy. He also has 2 defense dice, or I guess you say brake pedals. So that's 4 altogether. So it looks like Tom Rossi will stay ahead for the 110th mile there. And he, my friends, is in the lead for 50 miles, doing fantastic. So let's check out what we're going to go for on the 120th mile. A lot of different maneuvers here possible. So 6 is going to be a duel here, guys. So that's great. So with a duel, on a 7, it's going to be the fuming or feud. So we're going to roll again here. So the I apologize, guys. Feud and fuming is actually between 2 drivers. It's going to be Kirk Bryson and Jordy Pettis. Now our drivers here that are actually feuding, well, we have to choose who's the hare and who's the rabbit. So it's going to be Kirk Bryson here. I'm going to fold that one over there. And Kurt is back here. He's going to be the, is it the turtle, I think it is? Yeah, the turtle. So the turtle is going to be right here. He's going to be Kurt Bryson because he's behind Jordy Pettis. This will be a great maneuver here, guys, because they are feuding. So one will either take over the other, one will take over the other one, or they'll both fall out of the race. We'll see what happens here. But as of right now, we have Kurt Bryson here. So let's roll the dice on the feud and fuming results here. Okay, so it's 6. 6 says turtle and rabbit to bottom. Wow, guys, look at that. Okay, so what that means, we're going to take Kurt Bryson, and Jordy Pettis. Okay, so boom and boom. So that 10-mile stretch saw both of them just bashing back and forth, and Jordy Pettis and Kirk Bryson go to the bottom of the pack. Done. Look at that. That is absolutely a massive maneuver there. Did not help them to be feuding and making maneuvers. So now we have to fill the gap here for this mile stretch here. Now, because we didn't have kind of a yellow flag, we have to roll and see if Pete McAtee will take that spot up into the spot there for the 7th place. So let's check it and see what happens. So there's a 5, and he's a 4, so he will not. So Lonnie Lane is a 3 gas pedal. A 4, he will not. Chris Wine here. 2, so he will move up there. And again, I apologize if this is not correct, because I feel like that's what it says there, so we have to do what it says there. So let's see, Marty Moen moves up here, so everyone kind of just moves up normally, gradually there. And again, like I said, because we have to move into another group, we got to roll their gas pedal check to see if they make the move here. So a 3, and Denny Baker with number 5 car gets right up there into that 19th spot. 19th spot there. So good for him there as he moves on up there, guys. And now 2 of the best drivers, TV drivers, are 42nd and 41st. So that's how bad feuding can be. Definitely not something you want to do for the longest haul, if you know what I mean. So we got about 30 more miles. Let's go here real quick to the track here. We're going to roll the dice as we maneuver it. So a 1 top group and a 7. So a 7 is going to be a skill check. So let's check it out here as the skill drivers are going to make the moves here. And that should be almost everybody besides Ray Bob Walker and Wayne Montana. So let's roll the dice here as Chris Wine in the 15 car makes the move against the top driver here, Tom Rossi. So a 3, that passes his check of 4. So no problem there. And it is triple threes. I apologize, guys. Triple threes absolutely will make a difference there. That's why you actually roll the 3s there, because if you roll triples, let me check real quick what we got going on here. It changes actually into a challenge. All right, and that challenge is actually going to be a problem. So we already have the driver here. We just have to go to the problem finder here and see what happens to our driver here. So we take the 2 die here, red and white here, roll it against this. So 13 here. 13 says multiple problems, unable to continue. Wow, guys. Wow. 13, multiple problems, unable to continue. So it looks like he stopped on in at pit stop there, and it looks like Chris Wine, I'm just going to check real quick and see if that performance chip can stop that. My goodness. Can avoid trouble, can fend off a challenge or duel. Cannot use a performance chip to avoid a problem. He can, however, use one at the end of a pit turn to... Wow. Folks, Chris Wine was going around the turns there, and he actually noticed his car was not making the same noises as he should have. And he, my friends, went back to pit row, and, well, they couldn't solve it. Multiple issues, probably with some car technology there. Couldn't get the tires to continue to turn as they should. And he is out, my friends. It didn't cause a yellow flag. Good to note there. But he is out. So I know a couple of guys who actually wanted Chris Wine to win. And I definitely apologize there. The cars kind of play their way through there. So Chris Wine is out of the race there here at the Gulf Oil 500. But we actually keep going through the skill checks real quick. So Julie Justice is next here. And we roll a 6 red. So that means he's going to fail that one. Mooch Thomas is next there. And that will be a 5 red, and he has a 4. If you guys notice, his gas pedal is a 4 there, so he won't be able to do that. Let's see here. So last is Parnell Drake Pepperboy here, number 70. 5. He has a 5 gas pedal, no problem there. And then a 6 blue, which means he will not be able to. So Tom Rossi, even if he has the skill check, right, 1, plus the 2 dice, 2, or 2 break dice, and 2 there, it's 5. 6 blue is basically a complete... an utter defeat no matter what. There's no way to stop it unless, of course, actually there's no way of stopping it, really, unless he has a performance check, I guess, or a chip, I guess you could say. So it looks like Parnell Drake is actually going to take the top spot there, showing hot peppers there as he kind of makes those blazing hot moves there. So good job to Parnell Drake here. Let's give him that 10-mile stretch there, and let's check off that 10-mile move on our chart here. And we're going to actually roll to see Pete McAtee to try to see if he's going to move forward here and take on that next spot, and he will. So he rolls a 1 there, and he will move into the 7th place, and we will casually move everybody up as we normally do, and get ready for mile 140. So the second to last, I guess you say. We have 20 more miles to do here. Let's roll our guy here. So Sean Hashhagen here. Oh, wait, whoops. Probably had to roll the 1 die here. So a 2, so he gets in there. All right, so it looks like Shell Boy, Sean Hashhagen in the 61 Ford gets to go in there. So good for him. And guys, let's get on to the next 10-mile stretch here and bid farewell to Captain America car here. Maybe he'll come back to life here sooner rather than later in another race event. He does pretty well, though. He has good points in the overall, so definitely nothing to be worried about so far. It's still fresh in the season. 4 means it's going to be the middle. 7 is going to go over to skill check. So let's go skill and see if any of these guys are going to move up here and take the top spot here in the top group here. So, or I should say just the top group. So Sean Hashhagen, the newly moved up guy here, will take the first shot. 3 red, he passes that. But it's a triples again, guys. Triple 3s. Wow. Okay, so let's get out the problem finder here and stop our checks here. And let's take our red and white die here. All right, red and white die here in hand. 16. 16 says, cut tire, undercarriage damage, roll for repair. Okay, so roll for repair. We're going to do that real quick here. So it's, would you say it's a problem? So problem's right here. So we are still within the first third here. And let's see Hashhagen's. He has an A pit rating, so that's really good for him there. As you guys can see, as if camera focuses, bam, there it is. So Hashhagen takes the A repair here. So he has an 11. Now remember, repair is -1, so he has to roll a 10 or less. Why am I? Apologize, guys. That was a cheap roll there. All right, so 10 or less with the silver metallic dice here. So 8. So he passes no problem, but he moves back to the 42nd or 41st spot there, guys. As we're gonna have to roll to see. We're gonna have to fill in the gap here, but I guess we have to fill in the gap here, just because of the fact that we need to get another guy in there. So Chuck Tafaro will be getting in here. 4. He's not going to move in. Brooks Bilovich. And because he's taking over the spot here, 2. So because he's taking over the spot, I guess we're not going to actually use him. We're not going to move him up or use his skill check, because he does have a skill check. We're not going to use that. Honestly, I guess I could have actually waited and done the fill gap at the end of the turn. So I apologize if I made a mistake there. But let's get back to rolling the dice here for the skill check. So it's going to be Denny Baker with the skill. He rolls a 5. He has a 4 gas pedal, so he fails that. Jeff Daly Jr. has the double skill, so he has a double attempt here, and he will take it. So 2 red, he's going to pass there. 4 is going to go over to Mooch Thomas, and then that's going to be a 5. So Mooch has 1 star plus a skill plus a 3, so that is only 3 to a 5, and Mooch Thomas is going to be overtaken by Jeff Daly Jr., and Jeff Daly Jr. is going to make another attempt here at Parnell Drake here, and he passes with a 2 red gas pedal, and then a 2. Does Parnell Drake have enough to hold him back? He has 3 brakes, as you guys can see already. So he handles off the 2, no problem. So Parnell Drake will hold off against Jeff Daly Jr. Craig Greco is our next guy here. 6 red means an automatic failed attempt there. Let's see here, Sonny Swain. 3 red, he has a 4 gas pedal, so good job there. 4 is going to be the Jeff Daly Jr. with a 2 blue. So skill, brake, plus an extra bonus for being in the top group, 4. So he passes the 2, so he holds off Sonny, no problem there. Sonny Cam Croyle is going to be coming up here. A 6 is a failed attempt no matter what. He doesn't even get to use his performance chip because he didn't even pass the challenge. So he does not get it. So he does not get to use that. So Kerry Cacciola here in the number 9 spot. 4, he has 4, so gas pedal, no problem. Goes to number 2 here, Wayne Montana for a 2 blue. So 1 star for being in there, and 2 for being in the, or 1 star for his brake bonus there, and then 1 brake bonus. That's 2. So he holds off the 2 blue from Kerry Cacciola, and that, my friends, will do it for this 10-mile stretch. As wow, yet another big move here, guys. As Hashhagen has encountered some problems there, and I'm just going to take down the notes here as Chris. Let's see, what was his name? Chris Wynn or Chris Wine there will be taken out for did not finish. So I will put that in there so we have that there. But yeah, guys, another move there. So Parnell Drake's going to take a 20-mile stretch here. In our last 10 miles, guys, as the action is heating up, let's check it out here. Man, geez, I can't imagine how many people have been taken out of this 10-mile or this 50-mile stretch, really. 3, that's going to go over to the middle group again here, guys, and that's going to be a 7 again. So skill check again, folks. Skill checks all of galore. So Brooks Bilovich here in the 19th spot will be the first one up. So 3, he passes that, goes to 4. Jeff Daly Jr. for 1 blue. He pushes off Brooks Bilovich. He doesn't even have a problem with that. Denny Baker right here, my friends, has a skill check. He'll go for it. And a 6 again, guys. He does not have a good roll here. All right, so we're going to go over to Mooch Thomas with a skill check here. 4, he has a 4 gas pedal, so no problem. Jeff Daly Jr., but with a 2, he has 2, no problem there. He holds off the offensive move by Mooch Thomas. Craig Greco in the 66 Chevy there. 1 red, no problem. 6 position here to Pete McAtee, and a 6 blue. It's an automatic fail, but Pete can actually use his performance chip, which he will, to hold off Craig Greco there, as he, of course, is making his skill check move there. Now, it's going to be Sonny Swain that's up next here. And the 6 red, guys, that's an automatic fail. He doesn't get one again. Cam Croyle with the 2 red. He passes that because he has a 4 gas pedal. So we can go over to 6 again to Pete McAtee. And unfortunately, Pete, skill check, right? 1 plus 2 brakes he has, plus 1, that's 4. Not enough for the 5. It looks like Pete McAtee will suffer the consequences here and will get taken over by Cam Croyle. So it looks like Cam Croyle made the maneuver there, and Pete will fall back down to 10th place, which of course is not a bad position here, guys. Definitely not bad at this kind of juncture of the race here. Kerry Cacciola, skill check, no problem here. 3 for a gas pedal 4, so he gets that. Going up against Tom Rossi, who has 1 skill, 2 brakes, and then 1 extra brake for 4. He'll pass that 2. And that, my friends, will be the last of that 10-mile stretch there, as Parnell Drake for 30 miles has been taking over the lead here. And again, guys, let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys can read the cards, if you guys feel it's appropriate, if you guys like how it's going here. I'm absolutely really liking the setup. As I can see, it's a lot cooler for me. I can tell you I wasn't cooped up in in one room there with a bright light. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, guys. This 150-mile stretch is absolutely catching fire, as you've already seen 2 racers just lose themselves in the course, and a lot of racers, if you guys can see here, in the last couple of miles there, fallen back all the way. Almost 5 racers there, guys, fallen back to the bottom of the pack because of the feuding and problems and trouble. So, my friends, thank you again. Smash that like button below there, guys. And, of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Lots of content will be coming up as we kind of get ready for the holiday season. A lot of those great little things that come out, a lot of games for sure. And I cannot wait, folks, till that sale day. That's going to be great, the Thanksgiving / Black Friday sale that Keith has going on. It's a great time to get your guys' game that you're really looking for a lot cheaper, of course. All right, guys, I can't wait to guys see the next video here. Let me know again how you guys like it. We'll see you next time, guys, in the bleachers.